Hey there everybody, in this tutorial we are going to go over the method of cheaty super mining that I came up with in the last episode of the Minecraft and Create series. In it I had this idea to use a big chunk of blocks, kind of like this one behind me, to mine super fast. Thought I'd throw this tutorial together really quick for everybody so you can do the same super easy and get a ton of materials, no problem. So first of all, let's talk about minecart contraptions. If you got this far, you probably know how they work, and they need this cart assembler, a cart, a rail, and a switch to turn them into entity form. Contraptions have two different states. Right now, this is in the off state. And when it's in the off state, these are real blocks. And they can be mined, they can be changed, you can do all sorts of things to them. But when you power the contraption, it turns into entity form, and it is now an entity. You can't mine them anymore. There's no mining allowed. Now, when it's an entity form, it still collides with other entities like so, but it doesn't collide with a block. So you'll see, I just placed a block there, and there, and there. But when you put it back into block mode, you can see it pops off those blocks, and you can collect them no problem. The reason being, obviously, two blocks can't occupy the same space. And so when this turns back into block form, the blocks that were existing get removed by the new block. Pretty simple. Now, I'm going to show you really quick how to make a super simple block destroyer just like that. So I have the setup here, everything you need to turn it into a minecart contraption. And let's go ahead and toss a minecart in there for now, and let's connect it. Now what we're going to want to do first is I'm just going to glue this part here, and I'm going to drag it all the way down to here. And that just made a solid 3 by 3 by something block of stone, right? And now we need to connect it to here. So really quick, I'm just going to break that. Glue from there to there. Now it's all connected in one nice solid piece. And when I turn this on, it goes into entity form, and it is now ready to be picked up. So let's go ahead and do that. And so there you see, we picked up the whole chunk that was glued together, and now we have our contraption that can be used to do some work. So let's throw this back together real quick. And there you see, we threw it in and it popped off all the blocks. And now I'm going to turn it back into entity form, pick it up, and you'll see the area's been cleared and we have a bunch of blocks to pick up. So here's the contraption, and when it turned into block form, it broke all the existing blocks and they popped out all around it, right? Well, not all of them. A lot of them use the Minecraft mechanics that says if an item is inside of a block, it goes up until it finds air. So I bet if we go into FreeCam, take a look up here somewhere, yep, on the top, look at that. All this stuff came from the tunnel below from what I just did. And that's no good. But there is a fix you can use so you can still get all the goodies. So if we're going to just put a slab on top, it could be any old slab. I'm sure trapdoors work too. Just something that's not a full block on top here, like so. Okay. And let's close that back off. And then don't forget, we want to come back and glue this to the main machine, just like so. So now when we throw our modified cart contraption down in here, it's going to break all the blocks and leave them down here rather than putting them back up top. So let's try it out. Bam, look at that, and remove it. And here you can see we got a lot more blocks in here. We got some glitching in the side, but that's no big deal. And run around and collect all of the great loot. And so there you go. Nice little way to break blocks super efficiently. The quickest way you could possibly do this. And you can make all different shapes and sizes. But there is a default max size that the contraption can be. And that is 2048 blocks. Now this chunk here is pretty much max size. You can't really add another layer on any side. And the dimensions of it are 14 blocks across this way. Then we have 18 blocks across this way. And we have 8 blocks tall, counting the slab at the top. So you can make a block right around that size and be just under the 2000 cap. One other thing, you may be thinking, well, why do you have to pick up all the material? Why don't you just stick a hopper or a chute on there? Well, it turns out when a contraption goes from entity form to block form and back and forth, things like chutes and hoppers don't actually work during the switch, so nothing gets picked up. So you'll have to do it manually, but hey, you could always come up with maybe a cased fan contraption that you use to blow everything into a corner for easy pickup. Either way, there you go, the super cheaty, super effective method of how to use these insane machines to make the material gathering grind or room clearing grind a little more easy for you. So thanks for watching this Create Mod tutorial. And before I go, I'm going to leave you guys with a little bit of video showing some of the different types of clearing you can do with this big old beast behind me. And if you like the video, you consider subscribing. I wouldn't mind that much. I'd be kind of appreciative. Well, actually super appreciative. So, thank you if you subscribe. And either way, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.